Okay, my word, not yours, today. Harry asked Colonel, who was that?
I haven't the faintest idea who he was, but he was real. This mission was, I think, his last, and he was
Thank goodness.
He was going to make it a good one, but when we took off, the weather wasn't that good over the Alps, so when we got there, he flew right up to it, and he says, "Well, we'll have to abort." Well, then we had to find space off to one side so that we could make room for the other ones that were coming up behind us.
Right, hundreds of planes heading toward the Alps, too low.
Yeah. Well, we were at 23,000 feet anyway. And when we just peeled off to the left, and we dropped about 5,000 feet, and I'm sitting there.
Yeah, let's remind everybody where you were seated.
This was another mission. I had a full turret then. I was floating free in the sky, right off my seat.
Frightening. That's a ride you wouldn't want to... Free falling.
Free falling.
You wouldn't want to pay for that ride. That's amazing.
That was a free ride.
Yeah.
I got to be an astronaut in a hurry.
Predating the astronaut levels.
Yeah.
No, that's frightening because the conditions didn't allow for it, and that could have been actually a fatal.
It could have been a real mess up there, because there was 40 planes in our bunch.
That's right.
That had to get out of the way in a hurry.
Hot dogging. A hot dogging
we just
colonel.
Hot dog and colonel, yeah.
What did you do for R&R? Rest and relaxation?
R&R, they flew us over to Naples, and we took a ferry over to Capri. Beautiful Capri.
You deserved it. You absolutely deserved it. Tell me about, you had mentioned earlier about the accommodations and sleeping in tents. I don't think you ever got warmed up.
Well, I had an Army cot, and I had 10 GI blankets, and I never could get warm. I still can't. I'm still cold.
Yes, yes. You might mention, too, that that was the coldest winter on record.
Coldest, yeah. We had more snow than they ever saw in that section of Italy. Right.
Now, you called those fellows that actually had housing glory boys.
Glory boys, yeah. They had housing, more or less.
Yes, yes. You know, thank goodness.
No, with a roof over their head.
Right, exactly. Thank goodness for your ingenuity. You rigged up a stove to keep warm.
I assembled a stove from imagination, and it actually worked. It sounded like a blowtorch, and we had a 2/3 of a 55-gallon drum as the stove, and the big bung on one end was the chimney.
Yes.
And I used 88 shells with the butts cut off for the chimney, and about 7 of them.
Brilliant.
It held it down.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, all your supplies were shot down over the Adriatic Sea?
The boat with all the winter supplies struck a mine in the Adriatic outside of Bari, and that all the winter clothes and blankets and well, sleeping bags mostly were destroyed.
So it is amazing what you can do when you're under pressure. You were facing bitter cold when you were doing your job, but you had to have something to sustain yourself while you were on the ground, and that was so smart for you to do that.
Well.
Now, I have just a minute left. I wanted to talk about how you rekindled relationships from some 60 years ago, and we just want to honor your crew again by showing them. And if you don't mind, we'll just honor them by showing their pictures. So,
Me?
no, I just want to say, I would like to honor your crew
Oh,
by
okay.
showing them your picture.
All right. Do you want to start with the officers?
No, I just wanted to show them all and just to say on behalf of the crew that we're just so happy to have you here, sir, and we want to thank you for your service.
Well, I thank you.
It's just an amazing story, and we could go on and on.
Oh, yes.
And I would just like to say, on behalf of the crew from Call to Serve, thank you for joining us today.
There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs